Welcome back to our Wisconsin business owner interview with Bob Magnus of Spinweld. Bob, you're mid-20s now?
Thank you. I appreciate that. And you're what, 5 years older than I am?
You put this together close to your mid-20s, the water skiing.
Correct, I did.
Okay, now, and that grew, now that was summers.
That was
You're
summers.
doing some cabinet making as well.
Correct.
What was your next gig?
The next gig was DCI marketing. I was a production engineer. DCI marketing is a full marketing company. We would get a cup or a glass or a display, and it would be like a mock-up. Then it would go to the engineering department to say, okay, you have to mass produce this and make me 1,000 pieces, and it's got to look like that. So I was basically a production engineer, and going through that aspect of that career, I realized I like engineering. So then I enrolled immediately into MSOE for the Milwaukee School of Engineering, and I enrolled in their Masters of Engineering Management program.
Nice. Good school.
Very good school. Learned a lot about engineers.
Yeah.
Learned about management.
Right.
But a lot of my best friends are engineers now.
Neat. And those two coincided basically while you're working.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And no, your next gig then, has it been from there on out, it's been businesses you've started?
It has been, because in my MSOE days, one of the classes was entrepreneurship, and we had to create a business that we could do our business plan and our accounting and our marketing and roll it out. Well, I did a business plan for a relative, and it looked really viable. So I took it to the next step and marketed to the banks and got funding, went to the manufacturer where we'd be buying this equipment, and they bought into it. The business plan was there, the accounting was there, and they felt I had a head on my shoulders. And between all that, then I started this, basically a machining company that I ran for about 15 years with 2 other partners.
Wow.
And in amongst that, not to confuse you, I had a friend that was in need, and she had an idea of starting a bed and breakfast up in the boundary waters of Ely, Minnesota. And so I was instrumental with a business plan, and of course the accounting and the marketing, and
you became a partner up there?
I was a partner of that for about 3 years.
Nice.
I helped them get up, helped them get running, and then I basically sold my portion of the assets.
And have you done the boundary waters, the canoeing and all that up there?
I haven't. I was driving up there. It's like a 9-hour ride.
Right.
I would
and then
leave,
when you were going up to work.
And I was working, so I would leave like at 6 o'clock on Friday and get there in the wee hours of the morning on Saturday, work for Saturday, and then head back on Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon to be able to work and go to school Monday through.
Wow.
So it was some long hours.
Yeah. Now and I know that some of your staff where you are now at Spinweld come from the old days of the machine. I mean, you guys know each other. One
person did.
Yeah.
Yes. I knew him through. He used to be my customer, and so when the one machine shop grew into a need that person could fulfill, we hired him. And now when I'm at Spinweld, a similar but different machining application,
right,
but still within his background, and yes, he followed me to here now. So
excellent.
It's very helpful. It's very helpful.
So okay, so machining were any others in between there? I mean, you've been a serial, not like that's not enough.
I was gonna say, you're not gonna call me a serial killer, are you?
Not a serial entrepreneur. You've been
that's about all. Isn't that enough?
Yeah. You purchased Spinweld 2005?
2005, correct.
And it's a well-established company.
Since 1968.
Yeah, and fairly notable. I mean, a lot of people...
Yes, they were basically, at that time, innovators, utilizing friction welding to join pieces of steel together. They were a market leader. A lot of your bigger, large companies, Fortune 500 companies had their own, and it was like the best kept secret. And so there weren't a lot of manufacturers for a job shop to
To
buy.
do it as a job
So they had
shop
it
to
in-house.
order. Yeah.
So Spinweld was basically, from my understanding, the first job shop in the United States for friction welding.
Yeah, and by different means of measuring it, number of machines, the capabilities that you have, probably the largest
Correct.
in the U.S., if not the world.
Let's just say the U.S., correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yes.
How'd you get involved with Spinweld?
I was in a situation with my previous business where I was one of three. And I was in a situation where I was ready to make the calls on my own, to get out on my own, to be responsible. I kind of related to like playing tennis. I never liked playing doubles tennis.
Yeah.
If I was going to screw up, if I was going to miss it, I wanted to be me. It'll be my fault. It'll be my error, or not somebody else. And I'll learn from that error.
Right.
And that's basically how I felt with wanting to branch out. And so I sold my position in that company and bought Spinweld. It was from a friend of mine who was my lawyer, and was involved with a broker, and one thing led to another, and next thing you know, are you interested in this? And I read the bio on it, and that's what I like doing most. I like doing the research.
Doing the research, doing the business plan.
The business plan, the
putting
research.
all the pieces together to build it.
If it's going to fail, it's because of me, and it's up to my due diligence and my research to say, can this company be successful? Will I have support of banks or other financial institutions? And so far, we're into our 5th year, and we're hanging in there. We're doing good.
Good, good. If you were to start over again with this business, anything you'd do differently?
With this business?
Yeah.
Stay up with technology. You can't get behind with the technology.
Yeah.
Our machines are the same machines that are that were built 20, 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. Even the machines that are built now, the process hasn't changed. But you've got data acquisition, you've got safeguarding, you've got a variety of different things, tooling and fixturing. Those are the things that I'm doing now.
Yeah.
That where
you've added the CNC machining.
Correct.
The value added stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you would have just done that earlier.
Would have done it right away. I think one of the problems that they had is there was a situation with a failing member, which is why Spinweld went into like a holding pattern.
Uh-huh.
So that, they lost their captain. They were in need of someone to take over that company and drive it in the correct direction.
Yeah.
So yes, that's in any manufacturing or technology. You got to stay up with the technology.
If you're not moving forward, you're standing still, and somebody's going to.
Yeah, you might as well just stick your thumb out because you're going to be a hitchhiker, and hopefully someone will give you a ride.
With that, we're at the end of this segment. We'll be right back with another. Please stay with us.
WisTube.com, the place for any and all Wisconsin videos. You produce it, you upload it, we watch it. It's free. Just follow the simple upload instructions. Show off your Wisconsin pride. We'll be looking for your video at WisTube.com.